Hello and welcome to this answer video. In this answer video I'll be talking you through the answers to the worksheet for fractions on a number line which are less than 1. I'll also be talking you through some of the trickier bits to do with this skill. So for question 1, Craig has drawn the number line below, that's this number line here. He has dropped paint on some of his fractions, so what fractions have been covered by those paint splats? And those ones are the empty ones on this number line. Now the first thing to note is that our number line goes from 0 to 1 whole, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 equal parts. So that tells us our number line is in 8. So we're counting up in 8s each time. We've already got 3 8s, 4 8s and 6 8s. So we just need to fill in those gaps. So one part of that number line, one of the equal parts, is 1/8, then 2 8s, 3 8s, 4 8s, 5 8s, 6 8s, then 7 8s. The whole, the one whole, is the same as 8 8s. All 8 parts make up the whole. So those are your missing numbers: 1/8, 2 8s, 5 8s and 7 8s. For question 2, we need to use Jane, Cameron and Lola and their clues to figure out what fraction they're talking about. So we're going up in ninths, it's split into 9 equal parts, and we've got 1, 2, 3 missing fractions. So one of those missing fractions belongs to each child. So let's have a look at Jane. Her fraction has an even numerator, less than 5. Less than 5, there's only one even number that's not on there, so that must be 2/9 for Jane. 2 is an even number, 2/9. Cameron says, my fraction is 3/9 greater than Lola's. So we know Cameron's is greater than Lola's, so this one is potentially Lola's because this one here is greater than this one. But let's have a look at Lola's clue just to be sure, and she says her fraction is 1/9 greater than 4/9. There's 4/9. 1/9 greater, another ninth is 5/9. So that is Lola, which means Cameron is over here at 8/9, and he is 3/9 greater than Lola. 1, 2, 3. So for question 3, we know there are some mistakes on that number line with the fractions, and we've got Ruby and David. Now, David says the number line should have 10 equal parts to show sevenths. Well, straight away, we know there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts. And he's not correct anyway, because to show sevenths, we need to have 7 equal parts. So David is not correct. And Ruby is correct because the fractions are incorrect. We know it's got 8 equal parts, so we're working in 8ths. So it would start at 0, 1 part would be 1/8, 2 parts is 2 8ths, 3 parts is 3 8ths, 4 parts is 4 8ths, 5 parts is 5 8ths, 6 parts is 6 8ths, 7 parts is 7 8ths, and then you'd have 1 whole, which is the same as 8 8ths. 8 parts make up the whole. And Ruby also says 7/7 is also not needed. 7/7 on the question actually comes here below 1 whole. Well, 7/7 would make a whole anyway, but it's not got the right denominator. It needs to have 8 because we have 8 equal parts. The number line should be in 8ths, and Ruby is correct. So that was an answer video for fractions on a number line less than 1. I hope you found it useful. Remember, you can always watch the linked video tutorial to this skill over on kids.classroomsecrets.co.uk, or you can access loads more resources to practice fractions over on classroomsecrets.co.uk.